Hello friends, and welcome back to Auto Fix Zone. In today's video, we'll discuss the location of the Throttle Position Sensor, TPS, how it operates, and all the common symptoms of a failing TPS. Let's get started. TPS location in the engine. The TPS is always mounted directly on the throttle body in vehicles equipped with a mechanical throttle, which operates via a steel throttle cable. As for electronic throttle bodies, the TPS is integrated into the throttle body's electronic control module. Unlike mechanical throttle systems, the TPS cannot be replaced separately if it fails. Instead, the entire throttle body assembly must be replaced. That's where the TPS is located in both throttle system designs. How the throttle position sensor works. In a mechanical throttle system, the TPS is mounted on the throttle shaft. When you press the accelerator pedal, the throttle cable opens the throttle plate. The TPS then measures the throttle opening angle, which directly corresponds to how far you're pressing the pedal and sends this information as a voltage signal to the ECU. In an electronic throttle system, the concept is similar but fully drive-by-wire. Pressing the accelerator pedal sends an electrical signal to the ECU. The ECU then commands the throttle motor to open the throttle plate accordingly. The TPS feedback signal inside the throttle body must precisely match the accelerator pedal position signal sent to the ECU. This is how the TPS operates in both mechanical and electronic throttle systems. Now, let's move on to the symptoms of a failing TPS. 1. Check engine light illuminates. The TPS, like any electronic component, is connected to the ECU via wiring. If a fault occurs, the check engine light will usually illuminate. In some cases, the light may not turn on immediately, but a fault code will still be stored in the ECU's history memory. When scanned, TPS-related faults typically include the following codes. Two, loss of engine power. A faulty TPS often causes noticeable power loss. You may press the accelerator pedal aggressively trying to increase engine output, but the engine fails to respond properly. This happens because the TPS is not accurately reporting pedal position to the ECU, resulting in incorrect fuel and ignition calculations. 3. Delayed or erratic automatic transmission shifts. Automatic transmissions rely heavily on vehicle speed sensors and TPS input to determine proper shift timing. Since gear changes are based on engine load and torque demand, inaccurate TPS signals can lead to delayed shifts, harsh shifts, or erratic gear selection, as the transmission control logic no longer has reliable engine load data. 4. Fluctuating RPM at idle or while driving. The RPM gauge reflects engine speed, which depends on airflow, fuel delivery, and ignition timing. When the TPS fails, its output signal becomes unstable. This instability causes inconsistent engine control, leading to RPM fluctuations, especially at idle or during light throttle operation. 5. Sudden engine stalling while driving. Unexpected engine stalling while driving can have many causes, and a faulty TPS is one of the most critical. If the TPS suddenly stops sending throttle position data, the ECU effectively becomes blind. It can no longer accurately calculate fuel quantity, ignition timing, or throttle angle, which may cause the engine to stall without warning. 6. Hesitation or bogging during sudden acceleration. With a failing TPS, sudden acceleration attempts can result in one of two outcomes. The engine stalls abruptly, or the engine bogs and hesitates severely. You may hear the engine rev loudly without corresponding vehicle acceleration. However, if you apply the throttle gradually, the engine may respond normally. This is a classic sign of TPS failure. 7. Increased fuel consumption. Loss of power is often followed by increased fuel consumption. Here's why. When the TPS fails, pressing the accelerator heavily causes the airflow sensor to detect increased airflow. The ECU responds by injecting more fuel. However, because the ECU lacks accurate throttle position data, the added fuel provides no real performance benefit, resulting in excessive fuel consumption. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and enable notifications so you never miss a new upload. You were watching Auto Fix Zone. See you in the next video.